Rhino Demon. 3 rhinos put on a show. The 76th and 77th trials of the 81 calamities. Protagonist, Rhino Demon. Weapon, the King of Cold wields an axe, the King of Heat a broadsword, and the King of Dust a rattan whip. Characteristics, the 3 rhino demons are skilled in combat, can ride clouds and shapeshift at will. Weaknesses, arrogant and greedy. In the Xuanzang cave on Blue Dragon Mountain, the 3 rhino demons reside. The eldest is King of Cold, wielding an axe, the second is King of Heat, with a broadsword, and the youngest is King of Dust, using a rattan whip. These rhino demons, having practiced in the deep mountains since childhood, are highly skilled in combat. Unlike most demons who engage in misdeeds, these 3 prefer fragrant oil. After their transformation, they trick the local officials in Jinping Prefecture by pretending to be Buddhist statues and setting up 3 large golden lamps filled with fragrant oil. Despite the high cost of this oil, the officials simply levy extra taxes on the common people to cover it. Thus, every lantern festival becomes their happiest day, as they transform into statues, collect the oil and enjoy it in their cave. This year's lantern festival arrives, and the 3 demons, again disguised as statues, soar to the golden lamps filled with fragrant oil. They are excited to see people fleeing in fear. However, King of Dust notices something unusual. Eldest brother, second brother, look. There's a monk who isn't running away, he points out. Indeed, a monk approaches them as they look down. At the bridge, the monk kneels and bows, with 3 other unattractive monks standing behind him, pointing at the sky. These are Xuanzang and his disciples, who, having heard of a miraculous event at the Lantern Festival, decide to stay and witness it. Seeing the golden statues descending, Xuanzang, despite his disciples' objections, rushes forward to pay his respects. This bowing led to disaster. The 3 rhino demons, seeing the plump monk, were immediately filled with greed. King of Dust drooled, saying, "Eldest brother, second brother, this monk looks tender and delicious." King of Cold and King of Heat exchanged glances and said in unison, "Definitely delicious." Without further discussion, the 3 demons used their magic, creating a violent wind. Amidst the chaos, King of Heat and King of Dust seized the fragrant oil, while King of Cold grabbed Xuanzang and quickly returned to the Xuanzang cave. Upon reaching their lair, their first order was to have Xuanzang cleaned. "Make sure this monk is thoroughly cleaned," King of Dust said with a grin. "It's more hygienic that way." The little demons complied and began their work. A water buffalo demon asked, "My lord, how do we cook this monk?" "Foolish buffalo," King of Dust scolded. "We'll cut him into pieces and fry him in fragrant oil. That's the best way." The little demons, eager at the thought, drooled as they worked harder. Xuanzang, stripped naked and blushing deeply, continuously chanted Amitabha. This was the 76th trial faced by Xuanzang and his disciples on their journey to the west, the suffering in Xuanzang cave. As the demons were busy, a sudden boom echoed as the cave stone door was blasted open. A voice thundered, "Demons, release my master at once, or you'll all end up as stew." It was Sun Wukong. Not finding Xuanzang at the Lantern Festival, he, along with Zubaji and Xuanzang, had frantically searched everywhere. Eventually, they learned from the 4 duty officers that Xuanzang had been captured by the rhino demons. Without informing his companions, Sun Wukong, with his staff, charged to the rescue. However, the rhino demons were no pushovers, especially the 3 powerful rhino demons. Hearing the cave's door being smashed, King of Heat and King of Dust, furious, grabbed their weapons and prepared to fight. But King of Cold stopped them, saying, "Brothers, let's hold off on fighting for now. We don't know who these people are yet. Let's interrogate the monk first." The little demons dragged Xuanzang out. Seeing the fierce-looking demons, Xuanzang was terrified and began confessing everything. When the 3 rhino demons heard that Xuanzang had 3 disciples, Sun Wukong, Zubaji, and Xuanzang, they felt alarmed. They had been in the demon world long enough to know that great sage equal to heaven, Sun Wukong, was a formidable opponent. "Eldest brother, what should we do? Can we still eat this monk?" King of Dust asked. King of Cold said nothing, but King of Heat, known for his hot temper, hefted his broadsword onto his shoulder and shouted, "No matter how powerful he is, he's just a monkey. How can a monkey claim to be a king when there are rhinos in the mountains?" King of Cold nodded and said, "Let's fight. None of us are afraid of anyone." The three rhino demons grabbed their weapons and charged out, surrounding Sun Wukong and attacking him relentlessly. The battle was intense, with the sound of clashing weapons echoing through the air. Individually, none of the rhino demons could match Sun Wukong, but together they overwhelmed him. After more than 100 rounds of combat, Sun Wukong, realizing he couldn't win, performed a somersault and fled. The rhino demons didn't pursue him, but returned to their cave to prepare dinner. Despite their greed, they showed some mercy, and had a little demon bring Tang Seng a bowl of food, fearing he might be hungry. "Brothers, I expect Sun Wukong will come again tonight," King of Cold said to King of Heat and King of Dust. "He might even bring reinforcements. We need to be vigilant." King of Heat and King of Dust agreed, and instructed the little demons to increase patrols and secure the cave entrance, warning them not to let the monkey slip in. Just then, they heard a commotion and a little demon shouting, "Bad news? Bad news. The monkey is attacking and killing people here." The nemesis of the rhino demons had arrived. After Sun Wukong escaped, he worried that the rhino demons might eat Tang Seng, so he quickly regrouped with Zhu Baji and Sha Wujing. This time he was smarter. He didn't attack head-on, but transformed into a firefly and slipped into the Xuanzang cave through a crack in the door. He flew around inside the cave, eventually finding Tang Seng, and was about to rescue him when a patrolling demon spotted him. Seeing Sun Wukong attacking in their own cave, the rhino demons were furious and immediately grabbed their weapons to surround him. Sun Wukong, overwhelmed by the enemy, had no choice but to abandon Tang Seng and fight his way out alone. When he reached the entrance of the cave, he shouted, "Brothers, come quickly." Two figures flashed by, and Zhu Baji and Sha Monk emerged, raising their weapons to fight. It turned out that they had been lying in ambush outside, planning a coordinated attack. Although the plan was sound, they had underestimated the strength of the rhino demons. 3 rhinoceros demons, accompanied by a group of smaller demons, charged out with great force. Seeing Sun Wukong, Zhu Baji, and Sha Monk, they immediately attacked without a word. The King of Cold faced Sun Wukong, the King of Heat faced Zhu Baji, and the King of Dust faced Sha Monk, resulting in a fierce battle. After dozens of rounds, the King of Cold, realizing victory was unlikely, shouted to the surrounding small demons, "All of you attack together." Dozens of small demons, brandishing their weapons, swarmed in. Sun Wukong managed to hold his ground, but Zhu Baji and Sha Monk struggled to defend themselves. Caught off guard, the two were overwhelmed by the small demons, bound with ropes, and dragged back into the cave. Seeing the situation was hopeless, Sun Wukong, furious and red-faced, fled once more. The small demons cheered in triumph. The 3 rhinoceros demons were equally exhilarated. Sitting on their thrones, they beamed with delight and said to the small demons, "Rejoice, everyone. The monkey has been defeated, and we can safely enjoy Tang Seng's flesh." However, their joy was premature. Before Tang Seng, Zhu Baji, and Sha Monk were completely dealt with, Sun Wukong called out again from outside, "Thieves! Return my master, return my junior brother." Roar! The King of Heat, fuming, raised his tail. "This stinking monkey, I'll beat him until he's truly convinced." The King of Cold said, "Don't act like a fool. He escaped before and has returned, so he must have reinforcements." The King of Dust said, "What's there to fear? We're rhinos and we're strong in a fight." The 3 brothers, armed with their weapons and accompanied by a group of small demons, charged out again. But this time, things did not go as smoothly as they had hoped. As they exited the cave, a loud voice suddenly boomed, "Vile creatures! Show your true forms at once." The rhino demons and the small demons looked up, and saw the 4 wood-fowl stars holding weapons floating in midair. This sight terrified them, making their souls flee in panic. It turned out that the 4 wood-fowl stars were the nemeses of the rhino demons. After another defeat, Sun Wukong, dissatisfied, went to the heavenly court for help. With the recommendation of Venus the Grand Supreme, he brought in the 4 woodfowl stars, who were specialized in dealing with rhino demons. Faced with their natural enemy, even the powerful rhino demons felt weak-kneed and fearful. The rhino demons transformed and fled towards the northeast. The other small demons also revealed their true forms, mostly water buffalo and yellow bull demons, and ran chaotically through the mountains making a racket. There was no suspense in this battle. The 3 rhino demons, fleeing in panic, reached the western ocean, hoping to hide in the sea. However, they alerted the Dragon King. The Dragon King and Sun Wukong were old acquaintances, so without saying a word, he sent his son and his shrimp and crab soldiers to assist. With the Dragon King's son in front and Sun Wukong and the 4 woodfowl stars behind, the rhino demons had nowhere to escape and were captured and taken back to Blue Dragon Mountain. Although they were unwilling, they had no choice but to beg for mercy under the circumstances. "Great sage, spare us. We will immediately return, your master and junior brother." Sun Wukong initially considered letting them go, but Zubaji, bearing a grudge for almost being eaten, was furious. He took out a large knife and decapitated them. Furthermore, he cut off their rhino horns, intending to take them to Mount Ling to present to the Buddha. It was a pity that the once mighty rhino demons ended up as mere trophies, with only their horns remaining as decorations. Despite this, the 3 rhino demons had caused significant trouble for Tang Seng and his disciples, and Sun Wukong had to call for reinforcements to defeat them. Thus, the 77th trial on the journey to the west was hunting the rhino demons.